SIM card to put in your phone, and then you've got a plan that you can use to try it out. No harm, no foul. But we are loaded into the final map of this best of 3. It is tied 1-1, and yeah, it's pretty sick. Pretty sick. As Team Bay is in the bottom position. The Red Zerg team, Moosegills and Bales. And in the top right, we've got the Euro team of Psionic and uThermal. The Dutchies. Like I said, it's actually quite late in Europe right now. It is currently 10:45 p.m. So, you know, we're burning the late oil here. So the Europeans that signed up to play, and the Europeans that kindly accepted the invite I gave them, are really, well, they've got a lot of passion, okay? And that's not just because we have an amazing prize pool. By the way, if you guys didn't know, this is one of the biggest, as far as I'm aware, prize pools a 2v2 tournament has ever had. And that means potentially we could see a lot more 2v2 stuff popping up. If you guys show a lot of support, a lot of interest, that you like this sort of thing, we can make it happen. I'm not even pulling your leg. We could really build something cool here. And I'm really glad to have all of you here to be a part of it, as well as Ting, who we couldn't do this without. There's $5,000 on the line for the tournament, and this is just the first qualifier. So, very interested to see. Catherine Square is a bit of a, you know, when you look at the way the base is set up, you only have one entrance into your base, right? Like, yeah, you've got cliffs for Reapers or Colossi or Stalkers later on, but unlike, I guess Dune Trenches kind of has that funnel too. But you have like the mini ramps that can be force fielded going into both players' bases on that map, which don't exist. You just have a wide open space. So if you want to attack into this, it's very, very difficult. I mean, it's borderline suicide, in all honesty. So, spawning pool for Moosegills is coming in. Moosegills has been pretty comfortable going hatch first. For 2v2, it's pretty sick. It's pretty sick. He's not really worried at all. And that, I feel like that's a mark of someone who's played a fair amount of 2v2. I know Bales is really good at 2v2 because Bales has wrecked me in Rotterdam on ladder quite a bit in 2v2. Like, straight up. Straight up. We get wrecked a lot. We get wrecked a lot. So, as this Reaper comes in, did a little bit more poking. Nothing super crazy going on. Nothing super crazy. Doe has a probe actually hidden in the back of this base. I'm actually impressed that he was able to do that. I don't think he's going to do anything fishy with it. But in theory, he could. Not that it would matter. It's not like there's a wall here, right? So, I don't know. I guess I'm okay with it. Doe's going to set up a Twilight Council. Imagine if he had DTs. Now, Moosegill's actually transferring a drone to his other base, so he sees this probe. He should know. As this Reaper runs around for uThermal. Oh, is he going to get it? Bale's trying. Nope, he's rather get this probe. He's like, I know I can get the probe. I don't know if I can get the Reaper. He also doesn't want him to see that Stargate. And I believe they know. Oh, he doesn't actually know about the Stargate. So that's actually a really nice denial of that probe scout. As Doe is just on the hunt for overlords. That's actually really nice. So Doe, a.k.a. Psionic, the French player, is just going ham. Oh, boy. It's been a pretty good qualifier so far. I'm you know, when I started playing 2v2 a bit more with Rotterdam, we really started to get excited about 2v2, and I think that there's a lot of untapped potential in this area for cool games, as most people just kind of consider the meta dead for a bit, but with Legacy of the Void coming out, you know, things are going to be shaken up even more. So yeah, let's do that. I'm hyped for it. I'm hyped for everything coming here in 2015. All the good stuff, and you'll be sure to see some stuff out of Capistar League with Legacy of the Void beta coming out very soon as well. So who knows? Who knows? So many wonderful possibilities here in the world of StarCraft 2 esports. But Bales is playing around with the Phoenix, and I think the Phoenix have been like the MVP unit for Protoss, because Bales Phoenix, in case you guys missed the first game that they played, they were instrumental in the victory of the team. Like, we saw siege tanks getting picked up during the big fights. We saw them used to clean up the drops of uThermal, and in general, they just did a lot of awesome stuff. So this being the first series in the tournament that we've broadcasted on this channel to go into the final game is pretty cool. That really says a lot about how well prepared these teams were. And shout out to Beastie Cutie, who is also signed up to compete in this tournament. I don't know if he's actually still in it, but he tweeted me saying that he was actually very happy to see a lot of other pro gamers playing 2v2 on ladder because of this tournament. Like, basically a bunch of people preparing, and being Europeans, I'm not surprised to see maybe playing against players like uThermal or Psionic or any of those other great guys. Blind Nurcho are also going to be playing from the European region. So yeah, really, really glad to be able to do some stuff for a scene that really has not been getting enough attention, in my opinion. Widowmine drops are going to come in, and uThermal's trying to get some work done on these probes, but he's going to trade one probe so that he can mine this one. Is it going to be able to burrow? Yes, but there's nothing here for it to kill. One probe. Oh! Double kill! Got a second probe there. Where is the observer, though? He's going to chrono boost out now. He doesn't have an observer on the map, so this one might fire again. Yeah, this one's going to fire again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. uThermal is going to target. Oh, he's targeting. He selected it. He knows. He knows. Yeah, gets a Ling and a probe. That bloody Ling rolls over the mineral patch. So, a lot of stalkers, blink stalkers, active out on the map with this medevac force of uThermal. And I think these guys they've actually coordinated. They've realized that Moosegills is the guy that's being super greedy. Moosegills builds a crazy amount of drones. Moosegills seems to always get that third base early while Bales does the aggression. And now they want to make a concerted effort to just shut it down just like they did on Dune Trenches. And I think it's going to be very difficult to stop this. The Protoss army is pathetically small, and really there's not a lot of links here, so denying this third base, I think Doe and uThermal, oh no, oh, Mine getting a bunch of kills there, picking up 4 of those lings. There's really not a lot to stop this, and this concerted 2-base push with the medevacs, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna force field blink stalkers out, and Marines and medevacs, I don't know, man. He's pushing up the ramp. He's got a lot to work with. Some roaches are finishing, another immortal, but uThermal has such a powerful army. Combat shield is almost done, and these Widow Mines also adding a lot of punch to the force. He picks off that Widow Mine. The Observer is here, but the Blink Stalkers are really give that micro advantage to Joe, and he even Blink Stalker grabs a few. These roaches. This hatchery is still alive. Very important to note that if most of those, all but 10 of those drones managed to escape, they lost 10 workers in that base. He's just picking up these roaches, and I think now he's just going to sit here and just ravage him. uThermal scans the ramp. He's like, can I make a move on this? No, not yet. Wait for Stim, wait for Stim. And these Blink Stalkers are just, they're having a ball. There's not enough here to actually kill this. Roach speed was not done yet. It's about to finish, but now he can just recall. He loses 1 Stalker in the process. Really, I will say, like, he didn't deny the base, but uThermal has been able to actually really power up to a nice amount of supply. He's currently on top. Moosegills being even with the Terran, never fun, never fun. Especially considering that uThermal sells his medevacs out on the map, and the Phoenix count is not that high, only 2. He runs into these medevacs, but are you gonna boost in? No, boost away. Don't commit just yet. I think these roaches. Oh, did he see? No. Look at that, uThermal. He scanned up the tower. He's like, yep, okay, because it's observer for Doe. He's like, where are the roaches going? He's like, let's fight off creep, where I can just blink. I can just blink micro and wreck you head to head. And this is actually really, really cute because he's just getting a big advantage. Look at this. He's baiting them back. He's trying to bait him back, and then these Marines and Marauders just run in and gun down everything. It's a lot of really cool opportunities here. He's getting ready. He's moving forward. He's moving forward right now on towards that creep. And I have to say, Psionic and uThermal have a really strong army. uThermal's army in particular. There's no Banelings. There's 2 Colossi out now for Bales, so can he get the surround that he wants? So that's the big question. Here come the Marines moving in from the right side. Force fields trying to lock him away, but uThermal spread looking really good. These Stalkers, is he going to blink up on top of him? There are 2 Immortals under this, so it's actually still quite risky for uThermal Psionic to engage this. The spread, like I said, it's good, but these Colossi are really putting in work with the support of the Immortals, and the Roaches are just soaking up damage. So Moosegills and Bales actually find a way to defend this massive push. I guess you don't need those Banelings, and the Colossi make such good AoE, that's for sure. Ooh, man, this game has been intense. But now, Psionic switching into a very similar composition. He's got Immortals of his own. He's got a Colossus. But Can Bales and Moosegills make something with this army? I'm not entirely certain. There's no mothership core, so recalling will not be an option. They're pretty committed, and they're going up against Protoss that have Time Warp as well. Oh, there's the scan. Does he really want to take this fight? I'm feeling like it's a bit brave of him. Moosegills has had that economic advantage, but now uThermal has his third base planted down. Now Psionic is taking his third, and if he knew about this third, he could try to get it, but it's actually quite tricky to reach it because you have to go all the way around here. Like, it's quite a long path to reach that base in the top left side of Catherine Square. So with this defensive posturing, I don't think he can really bust him. Like, maybe just wait for that max out, because we're seeing one of these few times in this series where Moosegills has actually not been pushing maxed out. He popped that Guardian Shield. Maybe he meant to click Force Field because it looks like he just killed a Ling. Is he really going to attack into this? Oh, I don't know. I think that'd be suicide. He's getting ready. He's going for it. Moosegills moving in the roaches, spread out very nicely. Double Time Warp on top of the army. Guardian Shields popped on both sides. And Bale's Colossi count is actually doing really nice work with how well spread out it is. The Marines and Marauders are falling very quickly. Supply dwindling super fast for the Protoss players, but uThermal seems to be holding strong. Bales drops under 100 supply. Moosegills trying to reinforce back home, but he has such a long distance to go. It's not going to work. Picking up all the Colossi. Mule drops by. uThermal saying, "Get out of my game." Dancing his Colossi. I don't think they can see your Colossi dancing, Psionic. But it's all good anyway because they pretty much got this game in the bag. Bales at 60 supply. Moosegills has another big wave of roaches finishing up, but I don't think roaches alone are going to stop this. This is one hell of an army coming out of the blue team. +2 attack. It's just starting up for uThermal, so he's looking towards a later upgrade, but I don't think it's going to matter. This army is just so powerful. He scans. All he sees are roaches. He's got nothing to worry about. There's another Colossus done for Bales, but he can just try to fight these roaches before the rest of that army shows up, and I think he's going to win. I think he'll win handily. He's dragging it out just a little bit now, as these guys are really trying to get that last fight. They're going for one more big engagement. The roaches are going to swoop in, but not able to get on top of the Colossi, and pushing them back once again. DTs, emergency DTs from Bales. So there's no observer, I guess. So he's going to try to use the DTs to sight the Colossi. There's a scan. DTs are not going to be able to cut it. He's picking off this third base, getting to work on it slowly but surely, and they're finally targeting it down. They will die. DTs are still doing work, but he's got, yeah, as long as he has scans, it's not like the DTs are going to kill his whole army. The third base and Moosegills being eliminated puts these guys pretty much in their death throes here as the bio continues to spin forward with the support of 3 Colossi and 2 Immortals and a dozen Medivacs. That'll do the trick. This DT runs forward and kills a Marine, and then there's another scan to kill it. And 2 more DTs coming from the side. They will also die. GG is called. uThermal and Psionic move on in the Ting 2v2 Cup Kappa Star League qualifier number 1. And all I can say about that is